So let's do this. Hi, I'm Zahra from Angus Education of MNC College. So, as an education student, I'm concerned about how many people that don't know about some word pattern in English. So, before we go further, I want to ask a question first for you. Have you ever heard about this kind of sentences? Like this? Stop talking in the class. Or like this. Stop to talk in the class. What do you think? What do you think the difference is between those two sentences? They seem like they don't have any differences, right? So in today's video, we will find out the answer of that question. So, a verb followed by gerund can have completely different meaning than if the same word is followed by the to infinitive. Gerund looks like a verb, but it's actually a noun. So, according to Michael Swan's book from Oxford University Press, gerund is a base form of a verb that followed by ing in the end of the base form. So basically, gerund is the base form plus ing. So I will give you some more examples. Watch plus ing. Watching movie makes me relax. Or listen plus ing. Listening music is my favorite. However, the infinitive is the base form of a verb. There are two kinds of infinitive in English. The first one is zero infinitive, which is basically the base form of a verb, like watch. I watch movie in my room. Or listen. We listen to the music together. And then the second one is the to infinitive, which is the base form of a verb plus to, like to listen or to watch. I prefer to watch movie in television rather than in cinema. But in this video, we will only focus on the to infinitive one. So there are also some verbs that can be either followed by gerund or the to infinitive. And the verbs that can be followed by gerund or the verbs that can be followed by the to infinitive can have completely different meaning. So, how can we differentiate them? For that, I want to bring back the examples from the beginning of this video, which are these two sentences. Stop to talk in the class and stop talking in the class. Well, stop talking in the class or stop with gerund means to quit an action. It's an order to never talk anymore in the class. Maybe you are too noisy or you are disturbing everyone else in the class. So if you heard someone tell you stop talking in the class, it means you are not allowed anymore to talk in the class. So let's take a look into some more example. Your friends are having a presentation right now. Stop talking in the class. Stop to talk in the class means to pause or to leave one action to do another action. So basically, this is also an order or an instruction, but is to stop in the class than to talk with somebody or someone perhaps. So you stop the action of walking by or anything to talk in the class with somebody, and then you can continue back on your recent activities. So for more detail, in the sentence stop to talk in the class, there are basically three activities. The first one is doing something like walking or running or anything else. For example, you walk. And then the second one is you stop the first activities or the first action. And then the third one is you talk in the class with somebody else perhaps. So walking, and then you stop that activity and then you talk in the class with someone else. So let's take a look into some more example. I have been studying for 2 hours, so I stopped to relax my body and mind before I continue my study again. So stop followed by gerund has completely different meaning from stop followed by the to infinitive. So after understanding this stuff before, the new question will come up. Do all verbs change meaning when followed by a gerund or the to infinitive? So the answer is no. Some verbs can keep the same meaning either followed by gerund or the to infinitive. Let's begin with the word start. I start to read at 8 p.m. I start reading at 8 p.m. Is there any big differences between these two sentences? No, exactly. Well, in English, there are so many verbs that can be either followed by gerund and the to infinitive. Some verbs will change the meaning after followed by gerund and the to infinitive, but the rest of them will keep the same meaning even after followed by the gerund and to infinitive. So, how can we know which verbs that can change the meaning after followed by gerund and the to infinitive, and which verbs that cannot change the meaning or will keep the same meaning after followed by gerund and the to infinitive? So the answer is not simple as you want to be. So the only thing that you can do is memorize them. You need to learn them. You need to study and get familiar with them. Also, practice using those word patterns. The more you use and practice those word patterns, the more you get familiar and naturally use them. So now let me give you some kind of exercise and let's say some practices about word patterns followed by gerund and the to infinitive. Okay, so let's start with remember. I still remember buying my first bicycle. Remember to pick up the boxes. Do these two sentences have the same meaning? No, not at all. Remember plus gerund is used to talk about memory or things that have happened. I still remember buying my first bicycle. I was so happy. I remember doing my first date, and I still can't forget it. Remember plus to infinitive is used to talk about something that someone needs to do or some things that must be done. Remember to lock the door before you go. Remember to submit your assignment on time, otherwise you will get low score. Now let's continue to the next verb. Forget. I'll never forget meeting One Direction. Don't forget to send me an email. Do you see the similarities or the same patterns between the verb remember and forget? Yes. Forget plus gerund used to look back at the past memories or something that have happened. I'll never forget meeting One Direction. I was so happy that I couldn't sleep for the night. I wish I could forget falling downstairs in the front of the whole school. That was totally embarrassing. So forget plus to infinitive is used to give a reminder to someone or to talk about the things that must be done. Don't forget to send me an email. I really need that file. Don't forget to pay for our rent room. Otherwise, perhaps we can be kicked out. Regret plus gerund is used to look back or to talk about something you did in the past that you aren't happy about anymore. Perhaps it can be about decision you wish you didn't make in the past, and in some time you wish that you can come back to that time and change everything. She regretted leaving him that day. I will always regret leaving school so early. So do you have any experience about something that you regret about? Please write in comment down below. And then regret plus to infinitive, mostly used to announce a bad news to someone. It can be something that they don't want to hear about. This word patterns is actually a formal language, and yes, it's always followed by bad news. We regret to inform passengers that the train has been cancelled. I regret to tell you that I have to move to another town. Maybe this is our last time to meet. So sad. So now let's move on to the next verb. Mean. Did you mean to leave last night? I want to pass the exam. It will mean studying very hard. Mean plus gerund used to talk about an involve or what the result of something is. Visiting my parents in Central Java means spending 8 hours on the bus. Make sure you answer the question correctly, or it will mean failing at that subject. And then mean plus to infinitive used to show the sense of intent or used to plan to do something. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. I meant to call you last night, but I totally forgot. So, okay, now you already have a plenty of practices about gerund and infinitive. So remember to keep try and practice and also use it in your daily life or your daily conversation so you will get more familiar to gerund and infinitive. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video can be useful for all of you, and this video also can answer your concern or your confusion about gerund and infinitive. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Bye!